Always watching you.
Always watching.
He doesn't sleep, he waits. Alright, and
Who?
welcome
What?
everybody to another episode or whatever of the Kansas Community College. Yay! And hi, Adari.
Yay.
Hello, Dari. Surprise,
For some reason, it dropped for a second there.
Alright, well, as we know, I'm Kantriakor. Everybody else introduce each other, themselves, whatever.
I'm Koo. Hi. Someone else go next.
I'm Liara frickin' Wolfsbane. Hi.
That's a beautiful middle name, Liara. Is that like
Isn't
your grandmother's?
it?
Is that your grandmother's
My
name?
parents thought long and hard over this.
That's great.
And I am an Ari.
Hey, all right. So we have some fun little announcements to get through first. To start off, that Munchlax and Snorlium Z that you were able to get from when Sun and Moon first came out, that ends on Wednesday. So make sure if you haven't already gotten that, you do. Or if you feel like you want to be a masochist and restart your save file and get another one for some reason, you have until Wednesday to do that. But then that also means you'll have, like, I don't know, an hour and a half playthrough of the first island to just look forward to. It's good stuff.
Good luck, all you procrastinators out there.
Guess I better go buy the game. No, I'm kidding. I'm not about to. The lie. Studies show that's a lie.
Ouch. Then we have the Alola Friendly. That's another competition that's starting up. Registration starts on the 19th. Competition itself starts on the 27th. The reward is 50 battle points if you do at least 3 matches. So for those who don't like the battle tree, this is another good way. If you did the previous competition, you already have 50, so this will bring you up to 100, which is enough for 1 Megastone. So
now, do you have to win, or do you just do 3 battles?
You just have to play 3 matches. You can lose all 3, and you'll still get the 50 battle points.
As long as you participate.
Yep.
It's my type of game.
There you go.
I want my participation ribbon, thank you.
Well, maybe you should just buy Sun and Moon, then you can have your participation ribbon.
No.
Participation rewards. Gotta love what that says about today's society.
Hey,
Everyone
some
loves
of us,
to
that's the
participate.
only way they could get their things, alright? Like, don't start. Let's not talk about, like, the Snowball Mayhem game in Guild Wars 2, alright? I don't want to talk about it.
I feel
nothing.
Oh, I don't know.
Speaking of snow, let's not talk about the quote-unquote snow that we received down here in Georgia.
God damn it. I probably have more snow right now, and it's like a heavy frost.
I mean, just like Jared from Subway, I got 12 inches last night, so it was pretty sweet.
Let me just put it this way.
Dude, I'm having Subway for lunch. Don't.
Let me just put it this way. You probably have more snow in your freezer. Just saying.
Actually, speaking of the snow, I would like to talk about Captain Seo's. He is going to do Aloha Nuzlocke. How, unfortunately, because of the quote snow that's supposed to land in Alabama and Georgia, it was supposed to arrive here yesterday at 8 p.m. and I still don't have it. So Nuzlocke's not happening for a while.
That actually, you know what, that actually reminds me.
Get started.
Yesterday I was at a coffee shop because I've been playing Pokemon Go like crazy stuff, and this guy was sitting there mentioning how he spent an extra, I think, $40 on something for like express shipping to be here for yesterday, but with all the snowstorm and stuff, it actually got pushed back to the date that it was going to arrive in anyway. So he ended up spending $50 or whatever for nothing.
Wow.
Ouch.
Hopefully he gets a refund for the shipping then.
That usually does not how that works.
That is not the case.
That is not
Some
how that
companies
works.
will do it. Some companies will.
The USPS and the UPS and FedEx, they won't. They don't give you money back if they take too long to deliver. I mean, like Amazon or whatever could.
Yeah,
if you ordered it through like another company, not like.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, generally speaking, they don't want to lose money either because they know they're not going to get refunded by UPS or anything. It's always a gamble.
Did that, is this a new competition, like, as opposed to that 1 million scan thing that was going on?
This is a
that was
completely
a global
different
mission. Yeah.
Did you guys win your 1 million scan thing?
That's still going on, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
well,
the
there you
island
go.
scan that ends on the 15th, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. So soon.
Very soon.
Ish.
Well,
Soon.
a week from now. So we'll...
Guys, in a week from now, we're going to be halfway through January already. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
All right. We'll deal with that next Friday.
That means
next
we're gonna
Friday
be-
the
that
13th,
means-
actually.
that means-
Let's not
Ooh.
talk about things happening.
That means we're going to be
Oh.
1/24th of the way through the year.
Goddamn.
So if we just do that another 23 more times, the year will be over, and it will be.
We'll make it,
2018.
guys. We'll make it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got 4 years to go, buddy. Long 4 years. All right, so let's do some show and tell. So beginning with Koo. Tell me something. Tell me something that you did that's not Pokemon related at all this week.
It's not Pokemon related at all.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
played with my friends in Animal Crossing. It made me so happy.
Yay. You smacked me in the face with a hammer.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Complete shenanigans. It's
That's
true.
exactly how domestic abuse works. It was an accident, officer. It was the hammer just slipped.
Whoops.
He hits me because he loves me, alright? That's how I know he cares.
And now we're all
Look,
just
it-
here awkward trying to eat
it was-
our mashed potatoes and peas.
It was a frantic moment, okay? I
Are you
was like,
comparing Liara to a mashed potato?
whoa.
Well, how do you think they got mashed? With
I
a
was
hammer.
just trying to chase the vacuum around and I couldn't catch it.
Imagine like souping up a Roomba to where you couldn't actually stop it yourself.
I've seen people like tape knives to the top of them. and
What?
stuff. I'm
Why?
like, yeah,
Why would
yeah,
you do
yeah.
that? That reminds
I
me of-
don't know.
Oh my
Have
God,
you never seen the Battle Robots?
Robot
I was
Ro-
gonna say-
yeah,
I was gonna
Robot
say,
Rumble.
That
or
reminds me of like
whatever.
BattleBots.
Yeah, exactly.
I loved watching that show. I think it was on Comedy Central for a while there. Comedy Central was like Spike TV for a good like 6 months. It feels like,
Mm-hmm.
where it had a bunch of science and stuff like that. And then they remembered that hey, we can just re-air Eddie Murphy movies and still make the same money. So they did.
Path of least resistance.
Exactly. And speaking of the path of least resistance, and Ari, tell me something Pokemon related, non-Pokemon related that you did.
Well, going along with the path of least resistance, I'll just go on and say that, I was doing Animal Crossing stuff in game with Liara and Master. We were doing a bunch of mini games and stuff last night for these things called, what are they, island medals or whatever? I don't really remember what they're called, but they're a special type of currency that you can trade in for cosmetic stuff.
And furniture from the island store.
Yeah. And, we played that mini game where you bash this lawnmower that's running around with a hammer. How many times do we have to hit it? Like 90?
90? Yeah, 90.
And
Good God.
74, I think.
100 something. We
140 something.
went way over the mark. That's all I know. Anyway, basically the reason Koo was hitting Liara with the hammer was just because of the chaotic nature of the game, and with the lawnmower running all over the place, and you're trying to hit where that lawnmower may be used to be, but then somebody runs into where your hammer hits. So it wasn't on purpose. Koo wasn't purposely trying to abuse Liara. I just wanted to clarify that right here and now.
Thank you. Yes.
This is true.
Please don't sue me, Liara.
Oh, never. Besides, it's like one of those air-filled, like, baby hammers, so it's not gonna actually
Yeah, it
take-
wasn't like a.
It's not like it actually hurt.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's not like it would actually hurt, considering they're pixels anyway, but
Hurts me in the feels, Anari.
Oh, hugs.
Right in
Speaking-
the feels.
Speaking of inner pain, Liara, tell us about something non-Pokemon related that happened to you this week.
Alright, so I have more to say than just Animal Crossing. So yes, Animal Crossing. We went to the island, got all the beetles, ran around and scared each other's beetles away from each other, which was really annoying. Cough, cough.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
may have
Liara.
Scared Anari's. Well, you know what? You did it a couple times back, though, so don't start. I have been watching Fairy Tail, so that's been really fun. I really like that anime. I'm gonna just say that after I watch it, sometimes I log on to the internet and have to watch something else, but we're not gonna go into too much detail there. What else have I been doing? I don't really know. Inner pain, yeah. Had I made pizza the other day and had a really bad night. So inner pain.
So that's what you were getting at. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what I assumed he was getting at.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the
Good
sickness.
I feel like that's kind of it though. Animal Crossing. I put the mute on Jazz in Your Face, which is my warrior in Guild Wars 2. So, and I decided to skin a second mace because I will be working on a second mute. So I just skinned it to look at it and be like, what's it look like? And oh my gosh, Jazz in Your Face with 2 shiny disco balls whipped out dancing around is a glorious, glorious sight to behold. I kind of want it to be the thumbnail for this episode. It's just beautiful. So that was the highlight of my day or of my week probably.
Nice.
Jazz in Your Face with his balls out dancing. This is beautiful.
Wow.
And speaking of beautiful, Captain Seo. Something
Oh,
non-Pokemon
why,
related.
thank you. Well, I've been playing Animal Crossing. No, I haven't. I
He doesn't love us.
I like that Animal Crossing has become the new Opal thing.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think
over.
I'm ever going to get into it. It's going to take a lot of peer pressure. I've been working on Nevermore and Guild Wars, and I've been working on trying to kill some of the people in here in Dungeons and Dragons, failing horribly because they have overpowered golems right now.
Yay.
Yay.
We're going to get a 5th member soon, which I don't know how much they know about his character yet, so I'm just going to leave that there. But now they've got to go get the rest of the demon. They got to kill the rest of the demon because they only have an arm.
We severed his arm.
I mean, opening portals to and from the underworld, it costs an arm and a leg.
God damn.
What demon were you fighting, Exodia?
No, just Hasby.
Well, it's just, he's split up into an arm and a leg. Yeah, anyway.
Hey, wait. Talking about things that are like gods. Cantry, what have you been up to?
There you go. Aren't we great at
Clap,
segues?
clap,
Wow.
clap.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So I was part of I was an Eskimo yesterday, basically. A lot of overturned cars, a lot of good stuff. I actually do have Animal Crossing. I should probably play with you guys.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
do
yes.
it.
I've had it for since it came out. I got it for free actually. I got it for free.
Of course you did.
Well, it was because back when Club Nintendo was a thing, near the tail end of it, they had a bunch of free games you can get, and so I just redeemed all my coins, and I ended up getting 3 or 4 games for free, which was awesome.
I miss Club Nintendo. I got my Legend of Zelda stuff from there.
Yeah, I have the Wii remote controllers and stuff, the little holders. I have those from that. I have the gold Nintendo nunchuck, which was one of the big things that Club Nintendo did. That was a huge thing. So I have my gold Wii remote, my gold Wii nunchuck, and my gold Wii controller plus from Pro controller rather from the GoldenEye game when that came out. So those are really cool, and I hope they work with Nintendo Switch. Otherwise, I don't know, I'll have to keep my Wii U just for these controllers because I love them so much. Or I could sell them and make money. Who knows? But yeah, just a lot of shoveling, past 24 hours. Good stuff. Always fun. All right, Pokemon related. Koo.
This will be easy. What I've been focusing on is the island scan event every day. Haven't been doing too much other than that.
And what are we up to on that, by the way?
I did not check, honestly. Whoops, I probably should have.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Drop.
Other people can talk and I can check real quick.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Inari.
Well, I actually just decided to start up my playthrough of Sun since, that Snorlax thing, or the Munchlax thing is going to be ending on Wednesday. Side note, just make sure that you don't miss that, like we already said earlier. So I figured, I'd probably try to get somewhere with that. However, I haven't really been picking it up much other than, my initial starting time, unfortunately. It's just, haven't really found the time to continue.
Mm-hmm.
But I should probably after we're done here, actually. So, yay.
Oh, very nice. How about you, Liara?
I've been playing Pokemon TCGO, trying to get through the trainer battles, I guess, because it's a whole new tree and there's all new rewards. And they've kind of made me angry because now you have to beat, like the last time you just had to beat the trainer 4 times and you would get the extra pack. Now you have to beat them 4 times with 4 different decks. And I can't remember which decks I've used and which decks I haven't used, and they don't tell you. So I end up going through all the effort of winning and then being them like, oh, you don't get a star because you already used this deck once. I'm like, ah. So I've been working on that slowly. They just give booster packs, but you know me, booster packs are like Christmas for me, so I just go crazy for them. So I've been doing that and thinking more and more that I need to start playing X again. I'm like, oh, but Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing has priority.
I know. So we'll see. But right now, just enjoying TCGO. So, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. How about you, Sayo?
I spent all week waiting for my Pokemon Sun to come in so I can start Nuzlocke. I've been doing some research on what I should know for the Nuzlocke, like some places apparently like the Lush Forest, I can't catch I can't catch Pokemon until I've completed a trial. So I'm looking ahead without trying to spoil the story for me. But I think the story's kind of already been spoiled. It's a really, really super bad guy. I gotta mash his face in. Other than that, I really haven't even been doing Pokemon Go.
Nice. Nice.
So, update on the Island Scan competition. Yeah, actually, it ends tomorrow at midnight, and
Whoa!
so far, yeah, everyone get on their things right now. Do it.
I can't.
Can't or won't.
And
Liara can't either.
the progress
I know,
we've made,
I choose not to.
progress we made out of 1 million is we are at 579,000. So
Dude, did I not call that? Dude, I called that last week, I think.
You sort of called it. Like, if only 420,000 people would do an island scan, within the next 24 hours, we could totally get this.
Yeah,
I believe in us.
You know what the problem is? The problem is you have to scan a QR. You have to scan 10 QR codes
Yeah.
before you do it, each and every time.
I know, and that's like an impediment for some people. It's
that
true.
kills a man. That kills a man.
So it looks like this is not going to be happening.
Or
but,
maybe you
yeah.
can just do it 400,000 more times.
Yep.
I would actually need.
Q.
I would
Power
need
of Q.
400,000 copies since you can only do the island scan yourself once per day. Like,
Well, you know what you have to do. Right?
buy 400,000 copies of the game. Sure,
You know
I'll
what
do it.
Liara has to do.
Continue to be fabulous.
Again,
because that's what I'm doing.
If you have time for sleep, you have time to do stuff.
That's right.
That's the rules.
So, honestly, I think like the next competition they need to make it super easy because this is getting disheartening now.
It'd be like 10,000.
It's like five
One.
globally.
Just seems like they're overestimating, really.
How many people are playing?
Maybe something to that
Or
effect.
how many people actually
Want
share
to.
into that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Plus, you have to like register with the global link site too, don't you? So that might be stopping some.
You don't have to be, but it's definitely recommended because you
Okay.
get double the points if you are.
Gotcha.
So for me, for Pokemon related, it's been like all Pokemon Go. It's been awesome.
Go.
Yeah, so my Pokedex is 137, which is lovely. I am very much digging this. I'm hoping this afternoon to go out for a bit, and I need 6 more Squirtle to get my second Blastoise with good stats. And then I'm hoping to actually find some more down the road, because this one is pretty low level. It's CP 97. So it'll take a lot of candies to get it to be a respectable level. But even if that doesn't get done right away, I still think this was a very successful thing. I got my starters. I got them all evolved for the Pokedex. Got my Ninetales done. I got a lot of stuff done. I'm working on Mankey now, and I'm down to evolving just 7 more Pokemon, and then the only things I'll be missing are the regionals and Chansey.
Ooh.
So that'll be pretty cool. And like, of the original 150, and then there's a couple baby Pokemon I still don't have, Smoochum and Elekid, basically. So that's and Togepi and Togetic. So still working on those, but they're new, so I'm not really too worried about it. All right, so let's go into a little history lesson, guys. What do you guys know about Nuzlockes?
They sound like death.
Permanent
Like, I can't even finish the game, and you're like, I'm gonna go do a Nuzlocke for funsies, and I think I would rather go take a bath with my toaster. Like,
I love Nuzlockes. Does anybody know why they're actually called Nuzlockes?
It's a comic, something like that.
Yes.
The person who created it was was named Nuzlocke, right?
Well, close. You're just about there. So yeah, there was a comic that someone did. It was called, I think it was just called Pokemon Ruby Hard Mode. And one of the characters in it was a Nuzleaf, who would frequently use John Locke's quote from Lost, "This all happens for a reason." And so he would draw the Nuzleaf as if it had John Locke's face, and that was Nuzlocke.
Ooh.
So there you go. So there's a few rules with Nuzlocke. There's only a Nuzlocke, you can kind of make it whatever the hell you want. It's pretty much up to you. But there are some constants that are pretty much the same no matter what. The first one being you nickname your Pokemon. That's one of the non-negotiables in order for it to be a true Nuzlocke. That way
Actually, I've seen that being optional.
Ah!
But it makes it where you get attached to the Pokemon, so you kind of have to.
Exactly. The next one is if your Pokemon is knocked out, you don't get to use it anymore. You must release it. Most people just keep it in the PC in a separate section. They don't actually release it. But yeah, you can't use it anymore. It is gone. Some people like to do little fan rules and stuff. Like if you happen to find a revive, you can use it. If you find an NPC that's not a Pokemon Center that will heal your Pokemon, that's fine. Rare candies, which are in effect almost like little revives, because it'll revive it with 1 HP, just based off of the HP they gain from leveling up. So there's some exceptions that people have put in there, because sometimes it can be really sucky to lose like your starter or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can only catch the first catchable Pokemon on any route that you happen to be on. If you fail to catch it for whatever reason, that's it for you. You don't get to catch anything in that route at all. Now this one people kind of mess around with a little bit. They'll do like a species clause. That way you don't end up with 5 Rattata in your party.
I will be doing a species clause.
Very well advised. Some people include, like, if you're in a dungeon, different floors count as different areas, because some dungeons are as long as certain routes, kind of, sort of.
Okay, I like that one.
And in some cases, there's certain Pokemon that you can only get on certain floors of dungeons. Like in Rock Tunnel, I believe Onyx is only on the lower level. So if you catch something on the upper level, you'll never get your chance at an Onyx. So that's one thing I do usually. If it's separate levels, it's a different Pokemon for each one. Same thing with like Cubone in Lavender Town. It's in the Pokemon Tower, but it's not on all the floors necessarily. So that's some other stuff. So those are the 3. A friend of mine, he really hates himself, so he has a rule where you can't use Pokemon Centers.
Oh.
And you can't.
I've seen that one.
And you can't buy items. So your only way to really heal is to go to your house, so your mom heals you, because that's fine for him for whatever reason. Those random NPCs that'll heal you, which in Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's a lot of those.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. Like, several will be like, especially like certain characters which will follow you around through your adventure. They'll be like, oh, your Pokemon look hurt. Oh, I'm so sad. Heal, heal, heal.
Come here,
Yeah.
12-year-old child. Come into my house.
I've heard
Literally
that
the
Pokemon.
Literally the druids of Pokemon.
I've heard that Pokemon Sun and Moon is supposed to be the easiest of the games, so I decided that I would just go ahead and Nuzlocke this, considering I've never done a Nuzlocke. And I'll update you guys on the horrible wreck that it will end up being.
I would actually say X and Y I think was easier only because it seemed like they didn't have the balance curve quite figured out for XP share, where if you had it on an X and Y, you're pretty much over leveled by about 20 by the time like you got to the end game. With this game though, it seems like they kept that into account, so where if you don't have XP share on, you might actually be severely underleveled. Unless you like grind and stuff, obviously. But just by playing through with XP share on, I don't think I was much higher. Maybe by 5 levels, maybe for one of them over the Elite Four. And the other ones are all, roughly at that level. So, interesting stuff. But yeah, Nuzlocke's always fun, and you kind of make them how you want. I definitely recommend people give it a shot once or twice or however long it takes.
Don't do it, guys.
Just never. It's a trap.
It's a trap, and you don't want what it's got.
I was lying the entire time. All right, so lesson of the week. We're going to talk about the Charmander line.
Best line.
Who doesn't love the Charizard line? It's one of like the most popular Pokemon. It is the fire starter from Gen 1. It stays as a fire type until it becomes Charizard, where it gets its flying type added onto it.
So good.
It's also one of the few Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and to make it even more special, it has 2 different kinds, Mega X and Mega Y. Mega Y kind of keeps the same flair of what Charizard is all about. Its ability is Drought, which allows it to get sunny weather for 5 turns, which is always, a good ability. Lowers how much damage water will do, and it raises the damage that its fire attacks do, which is really, really good. Mega X gets kind of, a lot of people joke like this is the emo Charizard. It's all black and blue, and it has flames coming out of the side of its cheeks because it can. It is a dragon fire type with Tough Claws, which increases the damage of its physical attacks. I believe it boosts any attack that does contact. It increases damage, which is really good. What?
All I'm thinking of is like you call it the emo Charizard, and it's like it's just gonna like cut things.
Wow.
That's the only move it knows. God.
Oh god, it's like the people that nickname their grass Pokemon emo, and when they go and cut the tree down, they're like, emo, he's cut. And I'm like, oh, guys.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yup.
For some examples of a build, a very common one for like Charizard X would be a Dragon Dance build, a Jolly or Adamant, Jolly for speed, Adamant for attacks. Throw your EVs into attack and speed, and then put the other 4 wherever. I usually put them in HP. You can put them in defense or whatever you want to put them in, doesn't matter. Dragon Dance, obviously, boosts your attack and your speed. Flare Blitz for the Fire Stab, Dragon Claw for the Dragon Stab, and Roost for recovery. Pretty easy. Pretty good build. Can't really screw it up. And then you have, for like a Charizard Y1, that one you're going to go more on the special side. So Timid or Modest, put your EVs into special attack and speed primarily. And for that one, remember you do have Sun up, so you can use Solar Beam to cover against water types, and ground types, and rock types for some good effect. You get your Fire Blast, which is supercharged in the sun, and then Roost for recovery, and then a coverage move. Focus Blast is a good one. More coverage options, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's also in a Pokemon Go. Is one of the A tier. It's a good Pokemon to use. I believe the kind of attacks you want it to have would be Ember for its quick move. It's slightly, I believe it's slightly better than Wing Attack. I'm not quite sure, actually. I don't know how fast these attacks go. That's the thing. Like, DPS for a Pokemon game just seems like such a weird thing to calculate. And then for its charge move, it seems like you want, Fire Blast. Yeah, Fire Blast is the best. For quick moves, I think Wing Attack is better because it's faster. Even though it's like lower damage, it's a faster animation. Doing 12 damage per second.
Oh my gosh.
15
Getting all the
with
damage.
Stab, whereas Ember is 11.9 with Stab. So, and Stab means same type attack bonus for those who don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Cantry.
No problem.
Yeah, this is not a reference to the emo Charizard.
Exactly. Less cutting. Not too much knife work. You can also get it in a Pokemon Shuffle. It's in the expert stages number 9, and then its Mega Evolutions are through different competitions as they come about. It's a fun one, I guess.
Are we talking about like favorite Charizard line moments? Are we talking about this or why we like it?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh my gosh, can I go first?
So why do you like Charizard, Nari?
Oh, you're so
Just kidding, Liara. Why do you love Charizard?
All right, so mine's gonna probably be long-winded and full of emotion. So as I said earlier, Charizard is my favorite Pokemon, so I love the line. Come the frick on, it's a dragon. Like, who doesn't want a dragon? Are you kidding me?
Who doesn't want a Dargon?
Like, who doesn't want one? And I have to say, my favorite moment, aside from, as I said before, worked my butt off when I was my very first job, and I bought Fire Red, and when they were like, what Pokemon do you want? And I'm like, Charmander, just give it to me. So aside from that, it's in the original anime when Ash gets stuck in, like, the mountains. Do you guys remember this? And they're, like, all freezing, and it's so cold, and then they, like, all hover around little Charmander tail to, like, warm up. Makes me cry, guys.
It's like the
It's
last
gotta be
time. It was like the last time Charmander wasn't a tool to Ash for quite a while.
It's gotta be. Yeah, it's like my favorite part. Because like they think he's gonna die, and he's like, get in your Pokeball where it's safe, and he's like, no, and it's like.
And he's like, dude, stop being a noob. I'm a fire type. I'm resistant to ice. Come on. If anyone here is good, it's me.
Yeah. So. I actually kind of hated in the series how they made Charmeleon and Charizard like such a dick, but I mean, whatever. Like I guess Ash just fails, I don't know. But that's my favorite. It's my favorite Charmander line, and the reason is just it's a dragon. Like come on, it's a dragon, guys.
Well, it was just meant to symbolize, what happened when particularly when a Pokemon that isn't originally yours gets too powerful. Like, it's represented in the games where if somebody trades it to you and it's above the level limit for the badges that you have. You say, for instance, you don't have the Cascade badge, which lets Pokemon up to level 30 listen to you. I think that's sort of what they were going for, except they didn't have any sort of effects for the badges. Like, you'd think that with the Earth badge Charizard would have listened, but no, it didn't work out that way.
Were you looking at my fucking notes? Because I had a hard time fighting Erica the first time I played Pokemon Blue, and I borrowed my brother's Charizard. He wouldn't listen to me. My brother's looking over my shoulder laughing. I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't.
Use your fire attacks.
That's funny. You don't have enough badges to trade me. Rawr.
Oh gosh.
I didn't know you had that in your notes, let alone that you had notes. My bad.
Always have notes.
So, Koo, how about some Charizard memories from you?
I remember the episode, like really early on in the series where like they were talking like, oh, if the flame on his tail goes out, Charizard dies, and I was like, or Charmander dies, and I was like, no, this can't happen. And it was like, Charmander was sick, and it was raining, and like Ash was like
Mhm.
covering up his tail, and I was like, this thing needs to be protected. This thing is wonderful. And then, like Liara mentioned, when it grows up, it like becomes a complete dick to Ash, and I was like, I'm done with this now. Which is why I don't like Charizard now. I was like,
Aw.
he was just mean. Like, Ash protected you. You could have died out there, and now you're just gonna be like spitting fire in his face all the time. I don't think so,
Wow.
man. I don't think
Why
so.
would you generalizing all Charizards based on the action of one?
Hey, well that's what,
Hashtag not all
what I do.
Charizards.
That's what I do. That's what these Pokemon are
Wow.
here for.
Wow. What a rude dude.
But yeah, so I like the early part of the line. I like Charmander, but once it gets evolving, no way, no thanks.
There is a cute series of cards in the Pokemon Radiant Collection mini set that's within the Pokemon Generations card set for the 20th anniversary, and it's a Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and the cards tell a story. Sometimes they do that, like the artwork tells a story. And the first one has a little Charmander stealing some kid's glasses, and then as a Charmeleon with the same kid now a little bit older, they're like sitting there hanging out, just chillaxing, maxing out, chilling, playing some b-ball outside the school.
Oh, gosh.
And then a couple of
Oh, no.
guys, they're up to no
No,
good.
stop.
And then as a Charizard, it's protecting its trainer, which is now looks like an adult, from like snow. Because unlike Ash, this trainer realized that it's a fire type. It's okay in the snow. It'll be okay. Oddly enough, it loses its resistance because it's now part flying, but that's besides the point. Besides the point. But yeah, I love the Charizard line. I mean, like Liara said, it's a dragon. I mean, come on.
Now, it's only a dragon.
If it Mega Evolves to Mega
use
X,
the
I know.
Mega Evolution.
And in fact,
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because one of the few episodes of the anime for Black and White that I saw was Ash bringing back his Charizard to face Iris's Dragonite,
Mhm.
and Dragonite did, I think, Dragon Claw or one of the dragon attacks, and Charizard's like, okay, I'm fine, and I was like, that should have been super effective. It's a dragon after all, and everyone just looks at her like, oh honey, you don't know, don't you? It's just a fire flying type, man. So very
LOL.
LOL indeed. Excellent stuff. All right, so I believe that is all we have today. So
That's it.
But
yeah.
you didn't ask me.
Oh, well, you did a lot of
snap.
talking and you're sassing Koo. So go ahead, Nari. Sorry about that.
Well, one of the favorite things I remember about Charizard was actually, having a challenge with the first two gyms in particular. Because, as you know, the first gym was rock, and then the second gym was water, which Charmander was weak to both, and didn't really have much that could affect either.
Until
And
Pokemon
then,
Yellow,
fast
or
forward
Fire Red,
to-
rather.
Well, fast forward to Fire Red when they added Metal Claw to Charmander's move pool, and you actually had a viable strategy against fighting Brock's rock types. So that was one thing that I liked about.
Unless you were a cool kid and used a Nidoran with double kick or a Mankey with low kick.
Well, fun story. Nidorans didn't have double kick, and you didn't have access to Mankey in the original Red and Blue.
Nope.
They came around in Yellow version.
Yep.
But we'll cover those on a different week.
Wow. I like it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want, just put a comment below if you want to join our Discord or whatever for Opal. We just meme all day. It's really pretty much all
All
we do.
day long.
And hit Liara with hammers.
Yeah,
Hey.
that too.
And talk about letters, because that's fun.
Talk about what?
Letters. I'm being vague.
Letters.
I'm being vague.
Oh.
You'll have to go into more detail later.
Exactly.
Oh.
If you want to find out about
Ooh.
maybe the comfort of some letters, the softness, if we will, Join us on our Discord.
Let's stop now.
Such
Let's
a
stop
That's a
now.
good place to
It's a good
stop.
stop. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later, and thank you guys for listening.
Adios.
Bye. Thank you
Bye, everyone.
guys.
Bye.